Ladies should never look good. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly, they calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with two dark teeth, man. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Tupac tag on. I got it in the bag, man. Getting all type of cash. I'm a general true. I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the whole gym. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I seen a new Bay alert, gonna be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. Here's Tate to return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To throw is Wentz. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. John Simon in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Fielded at the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Room to run past midfield. And finally marked down at the 23. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 41 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. Fighting ahead at the 15. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this 1st quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try to run with Carson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead. Extra point forthcoming. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Tate to return. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Great 15. The 52, great.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Rolling to his right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Ajayi. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Shorty. Black.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. This is Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
82, 40. Run. Great. Shift. 81.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They go play action here on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run with a Johnny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Well, after what we just saw, we know that with third down coming up, this is not a gimme for the offense. They've got to figure out what they want to do. Do they challenge their offensive line and try and run it? Or do they go ahead and concede that this is a tough defense and put it in the air?
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. That is incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now Wentz on third down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K.J. Wright coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now come the Seahawks. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Check 50, check 50.
They run it with Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the gun on third down, Wilson. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. On play action, it's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside.
Run.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. From midfield, here's Wentz. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
14.
Now Wilson on second down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Carson. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's Carson. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This is Carson, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, Wilson flushed out right. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And they'll go on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Come on, let's go.
They run again with Carson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 42 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And it's up and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Tate to return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming up?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
82, 81.
Throwing now is Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary and really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And Justin Coleman brings him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On play action, Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Frank Clark in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And pressure gets to him again. now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over them into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave.